Yo, can you guys hear me?
Are you in need of supplies?
Yeah, yo, what up?
Need of my blade. Hold faith.
Did my sister send you?
Wow, this early? Yeah, it's a bit early. I got up a bit ago, went to the store, got myself a drink. We chillin', you know what it is. Let's see what I gotta do today. Iron wheel. What the fuck? What the fuck? I ain't got this? Oh shit. I gotta go get that. Okay. Let's see. I gotta get that done. Calendar. Alright, so I should go kill these dick suckers. I might as well just fucking beat their ass right now. Audio seems low. I should be fine. I'm just tired a little bit. Retail is still alive in the ecosystem of MMOs. Retail WoW is extremely popular. There's a lot of people that play WoW and care about WoW. It's like one of those things where like there's a lot of people who don't want to admit that, or they're not about that, right? They're like, oh, I fucking hate WoW, like it's the worst game ever. But like the truth is that a lot of people actually they love that shit. They love retail WoW. But you don't hear about them a lot.
It is wise to practice the art of flying before joining the ranks of the Ascended. Let us see how you fare.
Quit 14, hop on TBC, get back for Wrath. I think that a lot of people are excited about they're excited about Wrath, yeah. Like, I don't think the hype for Wrath is gonna be like, I feel like it's like a diminishing return, right? Where like, Wrath was like less hype than, and this is my opinion, of course. Wrath was less hype than TBC, and TBC was less hype than Classic. I think that's absolutely the case. They're gonna really fuck me in the ass, huh? There's nobody else here? Shit. Wrath, those things gonna be unparalleled good. I mean, like, bruh. Oh man, I don't know about that. We'll see what happens.
So you've chosen to fight us?
Yes, I have chosen violence. Let's go. I'm dead. No. These guys are two fucking dick suckers, man. Two dick suckers. Okay, looks good to me. Ah, shit. I can beat him. I just have to be able to use Second Wind. It's so good. Does he have to solo this? Fuck no, I should just find a group. It's stupid as hell to solo this. But let's be honest, like, I don't want to have to find a group for this shit every day. Like, I just want to get... Oh, by the way, look. I got the shield from these guys last night. Literally first kill. First fucking kill, I got the shield. I don't know if that's rare or not, but like I got it. See, it's like every time it does that Blade Storm shit, and I don't want it to do Blade Storm. Like if it did Avatar, I'd do like 5k more DPS. I pussied out a little bit too early there, to be honest. One more. Get him out of here. Okay. Let's go get this one over here. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna kill that shit? That was a joke, bro. Like, what do you mean? You just run away until you can kill him. Amazing video on someone taking a ninja streaming class. Just link it to me whenever I'm back and I'll watch it. Do you have a green proto Drake? Do I have green proto? Yeah, I do. I sure do. This set actually looks kind of cool. What do y'all think about this set? I guess I just like the chest piece. Like, the chest piece is the only item I really like. Everything else is like whatever to me. I like that it looks different though. Like, I think they should make more like weird sets like that. Cause like you can get you get like some good combos with gear. And it always feels really good to have something like this chest piece and find it like a match it with something cool. This shield is badass, man. I thought this came out of like some fucking like Stormheim World Quest or something like that. But no. Oh my god. I need to kill, I would kill Heroic Jailer, but I just don't want to. Cause like next week they're gonna just buff all the item levels, so like what the fuck am I gonna do with a 272 mace?
So our enemies may see the truth of purity.
I said fuck that. Give me the mount. Okay. I can buy the mount, but I would prefer not to. Okay. Let me actually go to the top here. Teleport away. What are my goals for the game right now? Get everything and beat the game. Basically, like, it's somewhere around there. Jim Dove, oh, bro, I'll get better, man. Yeah, don't watch streams or do any of that shit for a while. You know what's so stupid about this game? I'm gonna show y'all what's so stupid. Look. So if I want to do the PvP world quest, I cannot go and look and see where it is. It doesn't show me where the PvP world quest is. I cannot detect where it is. Where's my item level? Oh, it's because of cloak. So isn't that funny? Then on top of that, this is what's so cute. You go over to Orbos, you still can't see it. You still can't see the world quest. And if you want to see the world quest, you have to actively enter one of the Shadowland zones in order to see it, where it's up. And what does that mean? That means you have to fucking... Let's see, where's it gonna be now? There, it's in Maldraxxus. Oh, let's go over there. So, it really annoys me that that's the case. Because, like, nobody does the PvP world quests. Nobody plays with war mode on. Except Horde. There's add-ons to see the world quest, by the way, if that helps. It doesn't. It does not. They're pushing Single-Minded Fury for Fury, Dragonflight, more... Oh. I mean... I'm always gonna do Titan's Grip because Titan's Grip is better. The reason why Titan's Grip is better is it gives you more health. It gives you more health and you do more damage. Single-Minded Fury is cool, but if you have bigger weapons, you're gonna do more damage, so you're gonna use the Titan's Grip every time. It's just not really much of a question to me. It is what it is. Use your Plaguefall teleport? I forgot I even had that. Let's go through 3. Yeah, it's like... Bro, like the guy in my group, Tygas, just said, he says he had to go through 3 loading screens just to turn on war mode. It's actually so funny to me that like Blizzard in Shadowlands has like regressed past the main selling point of the original game. Yeah, Black Pro. Yeah, I got it. I have all of the I have every proto drake that's ever been added into the game. Every gladiator one, every normal one, every proto drake ever added into the game. Not for long? What do you mean not for long? Not for long, not for long. Cause then I'm gonna get those too. What do you mean? Did you get gladiator this season? Yeah, I did. What was my rating at the end of it? 2479. We weren't really doing that well, but we were doing okay. Played a not so great comp. Do another Allcraft? Oh yeah, we will. We'll get into that. Can you get a max level gavel just by doing LFR in Season 4? I have no idea. That's the truth. I genuinely do not know. Ooh, I get a box. What's in the box? Piece of shit.
Our house's research continues,
Shut
apprentice.
up. Let's see. I'll get this VTuber avatar. I'm not gonna get a VTuber avatar right now, man. Like, I'll do that eventually, but I don't know when. You know what's a really cool achievement? This one right here. You know what also is really cool about it? The fact that it doesn't tell you how many you've completed. Isn't that badass? It's so cool that they have that in the game. It's so cool that that exists. Where you at? Oh, I'll wait for him. Think there's a script? That doesn't matter to me. You can buy a normal 285 gavel and upgrade it to heroic, basically. Oh, for real? Yeah, I'll have to do that. Don't watch the masterclass video, it's cringe. I don't know, I feel like too many people dunk on Ninja because he's like not as popular as he was in 2018. But the fact is, this guy's living his life. He's like a fucking multi fucking times 100 millionaire. The guy's just massively successful and he's happy, he does whatever he wants to do. Like, I don't know, I think people are just so dumb about that. Crazy how Ninja gets so much hate, people being weird. I really think it is weird because, like, he's like generally like a relatively positive dude. Like, I mean, he's had some L's. Like, I'm not saying like Ninja's never had an L, but overall, I think Ninja's a good guy. I like Ninja. I used to watch Ninja. He was good. He was really good at Fortnite. He was good at PUBG before he played Fortnite too. People hate him because he's sold out. Everybody sells out. What do you mean he's sold out? What do you think people, others, you think that, you think your favorite streamer doesn't act differently off stream, man? Come on. He did it in the wrong way. How's it a wrong way if he's got $100 million? Seems pretty right to me. I love how, like, people talk about, oh, we're gonna kill people. Okay, alright, we kill people if you want. Damn, I didn't know we were gonna, I thought we were just gonna kill the mobs. Alright, woke up and chose violence, I get it. Let's go, we gotta kill 2 more people. What are you up to, bro? I'm just doing some fucking shit. Doing a world quest, apparently. Diablo Immortal Giga Whale is talking about refunding 100k account. I might watch that today. Like, I don't think I can wait. I have to watch it. It was JP, right? It's like, yeah, it's like these people, like, they sit around, they fucking, you know, they're the people that are fucking sitting there wearing a uniform, working at a fast food restaurant or working at some grocery store. They're asking, you know, they're like, oh, do you want to supersize it? And then they complain about Ninja fucking not cursing as much. Tell about him selling out, man. It's just so pathetic to me, man. Always supersized, by the way? Yeah, true. Let's just go down to the bottom. Like, that's what I do. I just fly up to the top. Bro, it's the worst transmog I've seen in my life. What is that? Weirdos, yeah. I don't want to kill you. Just understand this. Like, I don't want to kill anybody. But it's this guy's make me kill people. Alright, we're done. Damn, I should kill people more often. This shit was fun. In a video game. Okay. Let me go over and... Actually, I want to do this. Are there 2 more people that have this quest? This fucking Mantle of Mastery thing? I need to do this quest. Is that what I need to say in a video game? I don't need to say that. No, I would not get banned for that. I'm just joking around. You guys gotta remember, like, the last time that I got banned, Twitch reversed the ban. Which is like, if they reverse the ban, they're basically saying we were wrong. You know what sucks? The guy that, so the first time I got suspended, a guy emailed me from Twitch, and I talked to him for like 4 hours about like Twitch, and I was like, bro, like that joke was not that bad, you know that. And like, he's like, yeah, but you know, you can see how people would see that, you know, you can see how people would not look at it that way. I'm like, yeah, I can see how people wouldn't see it that way. And I thought over the Katrina thing, bro, that was Kevin, dude. Zach, did you see my tweet about it? Did you see what happened? It actually sucks. Recently? Bro, Kevin passed away. I didn't even believe it. Train told me, and I was like, there's no way. And because, like, you know, he was just you know, just a mild-mannered, average guy, and you know, I knew he had like health problems a little bit, but it was nothing. And like, I didn't even believe Train. I went and I looked at like his likes, and I saw like, oh fuck, like this, it's actually real. Like, I was so sad to see that. Like, Kevin was a good friend to me. Like, he worked at Twitch for a while. He left Twitch maybe like a year or so ago. And like, I remember I looked at my phone, and I was talking to him like maybe 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, 2 months ago. I was just like, I was just in shock, honestly. Yeah, like, I met him like multiple times, and Zach, I mean, so, you know the guy, do you know Eli in my classic WoW guild? Fucking, Zach, do you remember this? Like, whenever we were at DreamHack? So we went to the partner lounge, and it was like me, Kevin, Zach, Eli, S-Fan, I think Train was there, and it might have been Mitch. And like, S-Fan had like these 2 girls with him, right? Of course. And so, anyway, so fucking Eli starts joking around about how he had this emote that people thought was, Holy Man? Yeah, it was Holy Man. Yeah, I mean, that guy, like, Kevin was a legend, man. Like, I remember, so, like, basically, let me tell this story, right? So, like, Eli's joking around about how people think that his emote or something like that was racist. And, like, Kevin was like, wait a minute, what do you mean by that? And Eli started getting worried because he thought that Kevin was gonna delete his emote. But, like, nothing ever really happened with it. And then another time, so, yeah, remember that? And then another time, so Kevin, he, what was it? I was thinking about that. I'm trying to remember where, oh, fuck, I lost my train of thought. What even happened? Right, so Kevin told me he was getting promoted, and he's like, yep, I'm getting promoted, and, you know, I'm only keeping like five partners or something like that. Because he used to be like partner manager guy. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yep, I'm keeping, you know, they said that I have to keep you, Trainwrecks, and Destiny, and like 2 other people. And I'm like, wow. So basically you have to do the same amount of work. You just have to do two jobs now? He's like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, imagine being my train and Destiny's partner manager all at the same time. Holy shit. Let's see, so I need 2 people. So like, how do I do this quest? Mantle of Mastery. How do I do this? You don't need people on the quest to help. Anyone can help summon, so make a group that can help. Okay. Let me invite 2 more people then, or 3 more. Imagine if he had XQC too. Yeah. Yeah, XQC and Greek. Yeah, just the fucking yeah, Quinn. The dream team. That shit looks pretty cool. That set looks badass. What do y'all think about that? That looks good. I don't know about the like, I kind of like it. Like, you guys like it? Yeah. Zilla, bro, what you doing with war mode on? All right, yo, click on it. Click on this, and I think there's like fucking like y'all gotta do some shit, or like, I don't know. Maybe Tygus, can you stand over there? Yeah, stand over there. I think we might not need anybody else. Oh shit, okay. Cancer is dead. What the oh shit. I'm killing Horde. Nah, don't worry about it. We're already done. Like, you don't even need to head over here, honestly, man. Like, we're chilling. Thanks, man. What's this? Oh. Trying to shoot him. Alright, cool. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. It's just a real quick little thing. Reveal page promote the Riot MMO video. Holy shit. No, I think a lot of people are just excited about it. Thanks, guys. Did you plan on grinding a character in fresh Wrath of the Lich King realm? Fuck no. Why would I do that? I will only do it to the extent that it is good content. And I do not think it is good content. I think it's boring. It's the same game. Everything's all the same. Now, if they added the gates being closed, then we would have a conversation. But we're not. One of the viewers setup roasts coming back? Probably next weekend. Will you even play Wrath? Yeah, I'll play Wrath. You suffering is good content? For who? People that don't like me? Why the fuck do I want to have that as an audience? Imagine having a bunch of losers that don't like you as an audience. That's the worst idea you could ever have. Like, oh yeah. Imagine something being funny? Nah, bro, like the thing is, like, it's like you attract an audience of people that laugh at you, not with you. And it's okay for people to laugh at you sometimes, right? Because you're trying to put on a show, have it be funny. But like the kind of people that get into like classic WoW, like that kind of, those are the same kind of people that think like wrestling is real. And like they take shit way too seriously. They're like, they don't have like a good sense of humor for it. They're like, they make it personal in a way that it's like not fun. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. And like I said that it was I said I didn't want to play on a PvP server, and everyone was like, oh, but it's gonna be okay, and I'm like, and I did, and it was awful. I hated it the whole time. It's good content for a little while. It's good content if you can turn it on and off. That's the thing. Is like, that's why I think war mode is just a better system. Because with war mode, like, if shit is like getting to be annoying, you just turn it off. You fucking just straight up turn off war mode. That's it, it's done. It's cool until you've done it for years, feel like clown every day. Look how miserable Wings of Redemption got. Yeah, true. There's a lot of it like you just don't like. The thing is, sometimes I'll spend time like, if I feel like people are being unreasonable about something, that I'll try to like get my point of view out there and like explain like the way I think about something. But there's a lot of people that, I mean, there's people that just don't like you, or they want to like, you know, put their fucking agenda into you, or some bullshit. And my best advice for people that are in that situation, just fucking get those people out of your life, man. I mean, there's no reason to go and, there's no reason to go and like try to explain shit to them or like win them over. It's always a mistake to do that. And I think people like Wings of Redemption, like it's just, some people get afraid of that. They're like, oh, well, I don't want to just, you know, I don't want, what's this? Let me guess, I gotta fucking break this thing? What a surprise, I would have never guessed that. People like that guy, he, you know, you try to win those people over and constantly make content to make them happy. It's just not a good idea. Because, like, the amount of people that actually like watching negative content like that. What the fuck? Oh, that's it? Okay. The amount of people that actually like watching that stuff is, like, not really that many people. It's just like a really small fraction, and the best option is to just cut those people out as much as you can, because if you have people like that in your audience, they'll alienate people that are just like normal. What do you think about those drama tweeters like Jake Lucky, Def Noodles? I think if you become a drama, if you tweet about news and stuff like that, let me think of a way to put it. This is a drama, so I struggle with mental health. Yeah, I know, it sucks for him. It does. Maybe I should make this shit, like, I don't know. I'm gonna make it. Bring it to Padalone. Who the fuck is Padalone? Okay. Alright, I gotta kill this bitch. Path of Challenge, Mad Mortimer as Miakanos, okay. Yeah, I mean, like the Jake Lucky shit, it's like, it's always bad whenever you have people who are, wait, what? Wait, it said I can't, wait, what? But I can't beat Matt, it doesn't have me, what the fuck? Let me just knock out all these to see what happens. Oh, wait, oh, wait. How do I use the trident? There it is. Damn. I am good at this game. Wow. Ecthera, did I just beat Ecthera? I did. I gotta go beat her again. Okay, whatever. I'll go do that. Charm of Fortitude. Do I have to make that, I guess? Yeah, I do. I'll make it. Okay. Is borrowed power going away for Dragonflight? I mean, not entirely, and it shouldn't. I don't think they should just get rid of borrowed power, period. Where's my extra action button for this? Is there a reason why I don't have it? It's 5. Oh, use equipment. I see. Okay. So I hit him with that. Okay. Damn, I was big dicking him there. Okay. Get out of that. Get away from me, bitch. You dead. Dead ass bitch. Okay, so I just beat the game. Some classes feel like shit without Ablot? Yeah. Is it no, it's just, as I said, the way you handle like negative people is you just ban them. And you don't pay any mind to it. The more attention that you give it, the more attention it gets. And the more attention it gets, the worse it gets. You just block them, ban them, and move on with your life. You're under no obligation to give anybody your time. Yeah, no people. No, the thing is, like, if you, and that's the thing, right, is like you have a lot of streamers and they don't want to ban people because they're like, oh, well, if I ban them, they might stop watching. It's like, if you're that afraid of like losing viewers, that you don't want to ban people who harass you, you deserve, like, you deserve your problems. That's what you get. Alright, here we go. Health link, okay. This guy's probably the healer or something like that. Interrupt that. Hit both of them. Absorb his anima before it can explode. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. And did I die? Oh, okay. Alright, I'm starting to get an idea of what's going on here. This is interesting. And people get angry about that? Yeah. Do I have to do the whole thing again? I can just start it. No, okay, I have to do everything. Okay. They just triple shot. I gotta watch out for that. Watch out for this. I've really gotta get... Okay, so he can't hit me while I'm inside that. Okay, so that did hit me. Okay. Okay. That's a big deal. You dead. Alright. Now what? Use the pillars? For what? You just get out of the attack. I mean, I don't know. Nobody ever tried that shit. Just get out of the attack. Okay. What's this fucking... Oh my god, look at all these quests. Ass Fallen Key, Soul Mirror. What the fuck? These quests I gotta go do? How the fuck I get that shit? You gotta make Ass Fallen Key? Let me see. Oh, okay. I've just gotta go get more soul mirrors. Alright, let me go do that. Actually, you know what? I wanna go do the Zereth Mortis thing before I forget. Actually, no, I'll do this first. I gotta get 15 of them, I'm pretty sure. Actually, don't agree with your idea of just banning negativity. I don't believe such negativity is conductive for your channel. No, I disagree. I think that anybody who makes you uncomfortable or you just don't like how they're talking about you, just ban them. Why indulge that? Like, why? Like, I don't understand, like, why would you even consider it? It's weird. Okay, how many I'll just get there? 2? Fuck. It's gonna take a while. I'd probably like to be harassed, set limits. No, it's the soul mirrors are unique. No, it doesn't matter because you just get as many of these as you want. Then you can just make 1 soul mirror at a time. I'm gonna stack that shit up. People say not to be annexed. Who do you think the place is democracy? It's no. There are people who want to be negative. Like, there's a lot of people that place a lot of value in their own opinions, and they don't realize that, like, literally nobody else except them cares. That's just the truth. What if people spurg out because they had a really bad day? What, so now it's your job to be a punching bag just because some person can't control their emotions? What are you saying? It's like somebody has a bad day, they fucking pop off at a Starbucks employee, they get recorded, called a Karen, and they get kicked out of the fucking store. Why would anybody not do that? Necessary to amuse it without question would do so. Am I wrong? I believe you have more compassion. Compassion's it's not on a spectrum of compassion, man. It's on a spectrum of self-respect. Compassion. Like, why would I be compassionate towards somebody who's being rude to me? What's the point of that? Yeah, compassion takes both sides. Like, I'm not gonna, like, bro, if somebody's fucking bringing that energy to me, I'm not gonna just go and be like, oh, that's fine. Fuck that. Where's the best place to farm these soul mirror shards? Where do I farm these? Just forsworn humanoids? I just don't know where, like, the highest amount of them is. I'm gonna go to the other place. Temple of Purity. This Temple of Purity. Where's, oh, it's down there at the bottom, right? Yeah, let me go try that. Or if I'm out like 50 of them. I think it's about perspective, people don't understand. I think sufferance that causes this person to be so negative you find interesting, want to help alleviate the sufferance. Well, it's not really that. I mean, like, I think there's like an implication that it's like my responsibility. Like, the way that I see things is like, if somebody brings something bad into my life, I just want to get it out of my life because it's not my problem. It's really just that simple. Like, if I can help somebody out, like, sure, but like, if helping them out is at a detriment to me, it's not going to happen because I don't know them and I have other things to do with my time. And that's just what it is. And so, Master Domain, no, it's just, especially like also, like, again, there's just a lot of people that have like this like really high, they overvalue their own opinions, and they think that other people should always listen to them and listen to what their opinions are. But the truth is that most people don't give a shit. It doesn't matter what your opinions are. 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 Okay, there's some guys over here. This is a good little pack of them. Okay. Some dick boys over here. I like it. I wonder how many I get out of this. Three? That sucks. Let's keep going it. It's probably better than anywhere else. That's what people on the internet said is probably true. Nah, I killed 2 of them, it didn't drop. What the fuck? Okay, I just got 3 out of that one. That's pretty good. Streamers aren't therapists? No, they're not. It's just that, again, I think like this is a value that people that like complaining about shit have, but literally nobody else cares about. Is like they place a very high value on being, you know, open to criticism because all they do is criticize. So big surprise, they're going to be the ones that care a lot about other people being open to criticism because they like criticizing people. It just makes sense, you know? And yeah, that's generally how I see it. I always have like the viewpoint that whenever people are saying something, the best way to find out like why they're saying something is like what they get out of it. Let me get this guy too. Oh, is this like some world quest shit? Oh nice, it did a lot of damage. Kill these guys real quick. Get out of here. Damn, I'm not gonna kill these fucking elites again. This shit doesn't give me anything. Okay. Damn, he's killing them too. Oh, because it's the world quest. That makes sense. People say disagreeing isn't negative. No, people can be disagreeable or whatever. I mean, like, there are some things I don't really think are... Like, I'll ban people for disagreeing with me about some shit, you know what I mean? But, like, that's not really that common. Usually it's, like, the way you say it. And it's just, like, you know, somebody's attitude, like, just the way they act. Do you record the video? No, I'm gonna record it probably in, like, maybe a half hour or so. Disagree with what you say versus insult you? Well, it's if you say something in a patronizing or a rude way. It's like if you want people to listen to you and you're an asshole about the way you say things, people aren't going to listen to you as much. Like, how do I know that? Because I do that all the time. People get mad at me about that shit all the time. I know that better than anybody. No, I agree with your rat text, I can tell you today. I mean, the thing I always tell people is, like, I can't really convince people. Like, there's a lot of times, like, I'm not going to be able to convince somebody that, like, they're wrong. So, like, what I do is I just say, just wait and see. And I think I'll be right, but, you know, we'll wait and see. We're going to find out. The fuck? Oh, shit. Make arguments in your chat, you get really into debate, who you consider tolerable shifts. I don't know, like, I find that most people that say stuff like that, if I look at the way that they talk, it makes, you know, it's like, they're just being rude. I don't know, like. Okay. Oh, an LSF Reddit, because I criticized Echo Chamber, blah blah blah. Well, people are gonna think whatever they're gonna think, man. Like, I'm not the kind of person, like, I love it whenever people like me, and it sucks whenever people don't like me, but I'm not going to change what I'm doing or what I'm saying because of it. Because, like, the truth is, you're always gonna have people that don't like you, and whatever. I mean, I probably spend more time than anybody listening to people that disagree with me, because I'm spending all the time, like, I often engage with people that disagree with me. It's just that people don't like the fact that I don't, there's a lot of people, like, this is, like, kind of what happens, right, is, there become, like, just universal truths that are not true, that get propagated. And people get mad at me because, like, I don't really accept that shit, right? Like, if I hear something and I disagree with it and I don't like it, it doesn't matter to me, like, how many people will tell me that I'm wrong, because I don't think those people have any idea what they're talking about. Like, that's just the truth. And so it doesn't really matter to me if a bunch of people disagree or not. It's still true in my mind until I hear a reason why it's not, that I agree with. Where is this? I got 30. Maybe I'll get 50. Maybe I'll get 50. Yeah, I'll get 50. Actually, I'm gonna just clear out these, then be done. It's like there's a lot of WoW players, for example, that were, like, really unhappy about my takes and my opinions about trash. I mean, trash in raids and stuff like that. But it's like, it doesn't really matter to me how many people disagree, because that doesn't make me wrong. Like, if everybody disagrees, like, there was a time that only one person in the world knew the Earth was round, and everybody else probably thought it was flat or some shit. So, like, truth is not a democracy in, like, an ultimate sense. Enjoying a game is subjective, though? No, it is. And, like, what I always say is, like, so, takes and actions never influenced by emotions. Well, I mean, to say never, I mean, see, like, that's the kind of stuff that I would ban somebody for, because, like, you're clearly not asking that question. You're clearly saying that they are and I'm lying. So, like, that's the kind of stuff I'd ban somebody for. Like, you're not gonna take me around the good old-fashioned runaround, man. Like, what do you think? What, you think I don't see what you're doing? Come on. No shit, I'm saying you are. Well, then the thing is, like, so, like, can you see, like, why I would immediately dislike that? To have people, like, that ask me questions that are traps. And it's like, you're not really asking the question, you're just kind of saying something to put forward your own narrative. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, you talk like that to somebody and they're not going to want to be around you. Nobody wants to be treated that way. It's fucking annoying. It's weird. X try to do that bullshit? Yeah. Fuck that. Let's see. Alright, let's craft this shit. Let me vendor some stuff real quick. Ash Fallen Key. Oh, I need to buy some more of this shit, huh? Do I have 5 of those stupid things? Yeah, I do. We got fair points, push yours a bit much. The other person's wrong instead of understanding their beliefs too. Yeah, I don't really take other people's opinions very seriously. I'm pretty much an asshole about that. I usually think people that disagree with me are dumbasses. That's just how I am. Let's see. Champion crap one is? Yeah, I did, okay. Let's get all 3 of these done. And here we go. Gotcha, bitch. Man, this is a real cock in the ass, huh? Wait. Oh, the soul mirror. Okay. Which is not a democracy? Sure, man, whatever you say. I'm right. Okay. Let's see. And we got all that done. And let's see what else I need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that Zereth Mortis thing, get that out of the way. Is their opinion's right? Sentence, of course my opinion's right. I didn't think that wouldn't hold that opinion. Yeah, that's the... Let's see here. That's a mindset I don't really understand. It's like, why would somebody have an opinion they know is wrong? This seems weird to me. I gotta go get this and get a special weapon. I'm right, even though gender and celestial civilization beside democracy. Buddy, so like, just because you don't like the fact that like people say there's like 15 genders or however many you think there are nowadays, like, just because people think something is true doesn't make it true. So, like, for example, doctors used to not wash their hands because they thought that they didn't know germs were real. And more people still died because of that. It's not like if enough people thought that, nobody started dying. No, people still died. So, like, the truth is still, it's still an objective reality. There's only one way to look at it. There's only one way it is, but there's a lot of ways to look at it. You see what I'm saying? They don't think it'd be like it is, but it do. Yeah, there it is. Not get a permanent of something, for example, like trash is a definite good or bad. Well, you can, it's a matter of opinion, but like there's also like, so you break down like why, so like how can I say that trash is like objectively bad? I think it's like really hard for me to say objectively bad, but I think it's pretty far on that side of the spectrum. So the reason why is that like, so you can compare other games that don't have trash. And so you can look at the arguments that people have for why trash is good, and then you can look at other games that don't have trash, and if people still have the same feeling that the game, that like the raid is immersive or fun or something like that, then you can effectively disregard trash being the deciding variable that that opinion is built off of. Because if it was, then you would have people that only think the raids are good in that way that have trash. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a variable isolation like method of figuring out like why people think something. So like that would be the first thing you'd do. And then also the second thing is that, you know, you do have, you know, a priori knowledge, which I think is relevant. Wait a second. Wait, so it says choose your fighter. Where the fuck is that? Oh, it's a quest. Oh, I've never done this before. Wow. A checkpoint or something like that. Yeah, exactly. And so, like, for example, like I've done a lot of raids. I mean, I've played the game for 15 years, and I would say that, like, from my experience, and you know, again, this is anecdotal knowledge, but I mean, it's over 15 years. I've played the game pretty much the whole time, and so I think that a lot of raids fall apart whenever you have times where people are not able to like fill a group, or you know, things take too long. So I think also like time invested into something is also a factor. So you figure out like, why are people okay with one thing in one situation but not okay with something else in another situation? So the way that you do that is you, at a certain point, you have to acknowledge that some people think things and they just have different tastes. So like, for example, I think combat in like some games is too slow. I think combat in other games is too fast. So like everybody's gonna have like their own personal opinion, but it's like how many people's personal opinion is this? Is this a personal opinion that's reflective of the general majority, or is this like a niche viewpoint? So like one way you do that is you look at the popularity of the content that, you know, reflects or reinforces each different thing. Oh wow, I'm dying. So also, like, I can look at, for example, whenever I'm doing a raid, like I'll watch my stream, and like if we have 30 minutes of downtime, people stop watching the stream. Like this is just what happens because it's boring, and you know, people leave, like viewers leave. So if viewers are leaving and this is an occurrence that happens every single time, then I think you can easily extrapolate that into assuming that waiting for something to happen is boring because people are not being entertained by it. So you can assume that probably based off of that, waiting for something to happen and it being the thing that you're doing is also not fun. Confirmation bias? You don't know what that means. So anyway, let's see here. Creeping brambles. That's right, you wipe all night, does use your res protection? Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like there should always like I agree there should be res protection, but I think that it should not be opt-in. It should just be, it should be like a baseline. Josh Shay's talked about exactly this, so I struggle in MMORPG is necessary. It's a good watch. Yeah, but like what is struggle and what is tedium? So like for example, like I don't think trash, like clearing trash in a raid ever amounts to a struggle. I think that the only thing you struggle to do is stay at your keyboard and not go AFK while it's happening. Nobody's struggling on trash, it's not happening, so it's just like an arbitrary time period that you have to spend. And I think also, you know, like, Can use just some fucking common sense, right? Why is it called trash? You know what I mean? You ever think about that? Like, I mean... you know what I mean? Like... It's just, it's a way to look at it. Year-old playing WoW and struggle. We just have to delete the game, another game, and never play again. That's weird. I don't think it's got anything to do with that. Oh, I've got to summon this stupid bitch. Come here, you piece of shit. I own you now. Alright, let's go. Design's old. How would you approach instances without putting in trash? I think that it's a combination. You add in meaningful drops that the existing trash mobs have. You remove about 80% of the trash. You make it to where it never respawns. And you also make it to where what do you call it? It's faster, like it's easier to kill. Because like again, like so it's like this is an interesting way to look at it, right? People always say they don't have time to raid in WoW. But there's a lot more people. I never really see people say that as much in Lost Ark or Final Fantasy. I think that people complaining about the time commitment to raid is it exists in all games, but I think that I hear it 10 times as often out of WoW players than I do out of other game players. So why is that? Well, every game has raids, and realistically, what are you spending most of your time on? You're spending most of your time on the bosses. I think a big reason for that is because people spend more time in WoW raids than they spend in the other bosses, or in the raids in the other games. What's your opinion for trash in dungeons? I think it depends. It's like for Mythic Plus, I can see trash playing a role because it's about like you, like trash. Like I look at a Mythic dungeon as like one really like a Mythic Plus dungeon in my mind is like one really big boss. Because like your ability to complete a Mythic Plus dungeon is rated as a objective whole. So it's also another reason why, so like this is again, like, you know, you talk about like metagaming, right? So like why is it okay that people were more okay with trash in classic WoW than they were in retail WoW? Another big reason is that people were doing speed clears of the instance. And speed clears of the instance included trash into the difficulty of the instance. Because part of your mastery of the instance was being able to minimize trash and clear it quickly. Whereas in retail WoW, your mastery of the instance is completely surrounded by your ability to clear the bosses. And the ability for you to clear trash is non-existent because number one, it's easy to do, and number two, there's not a there's a divider between your competency with being able to clear trash packs and your competency with being able to kill a boss. So because the raid is graded as a whole, then trash is more acceptable, and that's why it's more okay in Mythic Plus as well. Competitive speedrunning competition was a lot about the trash. Exactly, and so like that's part of the meta. Problem, they strive for a solution, advocate removing the problem, which in turn make the game an arcade rather than an immersive RPG. Well, yeah, but making the game, you think that it would be an arcade game if the dungeon had less trash? Like, I don't know. I think that's the same logic that Ian used to justify Covenants. I don't agree with that at all. I feel like it's a non-issue. Who cares strongly about trash to defend it? Here's why it's an issue. So it's an issue because oh no, my computer crashed and so I had to restart it. It's an issue because it's not just the trash. It's like the trash, the oh, I had to go get that quest. It's the trash, it's the you know, buffing, it's the, you know, summoning people inside the instance, it's the running back to the boss, and it's like, it's a confluence of things that add up to being a tremendous time investment. So it's not like this is one thing, it's like 5 things. Oh, I didn't finish this? Why did I just run away? Oh, because I killed the fucking rare spawn. I thought I was done. Of course. Alright. Confluence of elements. Yeah, so it's like it's a lot of things put together. It's like, for example, if something wastes 5 minutes of your time, it's not a big deal, but like, it's kind of like, if one person goes AFK in a raid, it's not a big deal. But if one person goes AFK, and then whenever that person gets back, what's this? Oh, I have to talk to this guy? Okay. And then by the time they get back, then somebody else goes AFK, and it takes more and more time, then people are going to get mad. Do you guys see kind of where I'm coming from here? Where it's like the frequency and like severity of something is going to make people be more or less okay with it. I mean, basically, it's pretty easy to understand. I might as well just like kill these guys, right? I'm not getting credit because I'm assuming I got off the mount and it despawned the NPC. Great. Especially in raids, may drops the whole thing. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, it had nothing to do with that. It's just the mobs over here. Do you think comparing Lost Ark with Final Fantasy and WoW is wrong because it's not the same style of game? I think that a lot of people, whenever they stop playing WoW, they play Final Fantasy or Lost Ark instead. It's like you can compare something like Apex Legends with PUBG, even though they're very different types of games. Because they're all part of the same genre and they're competing for the same audience of people. It's like, I don't think that, for example, they need to make, you know, World of Warcraft play more like Apex Legends, because Apex Legends is just a completely different genre of game. It wouldn't even make sense to say that. But inside of genres of games that are similar, then yeah, I think it's definitely a conversation. Glimmer of Malass. Right. Fuck it, just kill this guy. WoW BR next expansion? I'd be fine with a WoW BR. I think that'd be cool. Okay. Just quit and quit all current games. Yeah, I know what you mean. Leading some sort of a boycott of the game to make Blizzard actively listen to the players. It's really funny that you bring up a boycott, because that's going to be one of the video topics of today. It's going to be the topic of the boycott of Diablo Immortal, and the fact that Diablo Immortal recently celebrated $100 million of profit and 30 million players. Boycotting things doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And that's evidenced by, like, Like everything that's happened. Nothing works. I told you guys what works. Legislation works, and that's the only thing that works. Anything besides legislation doesn't work. Because, like, why would a company opt to make less money? People say vote with your wallet, but that's never worked. Well, it does work in some cases, but the problem is that whenever somebody else's wallet is 10 times larger than yours and they have 10 times as many votes. So if somebody spends $100,000 on a game and there's 10,000 people that don't spend any money on it, well, the one guy actually has more votes than everybody else. So voting with your wallet, I think that's the best thing that you can do, right? What kind of works? I work for Peloton? Well, I don't know. I think that oftentimes, so like, whenever you're talking about like, does a boycott work or not, there is like some nuance to it. So if people are boycotting a company because of something that like the company, like let's say the company, let me think of an example. Let's say the company is like still like there's, I think Peloton, was that boycott because they were selling things in Russia? Was that it? I don't remember. I read something about this on Twitter or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, because I do think there is some nuance to this, and I was making fun of fat people, I think. The product was shit. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and let's just kind of get down to the point then. The point that I'm making is like, boycotting will not work if the company makes money for the thing that you're boycotting. Boycotting will work whenever the company doesn't make money off of it. So like, for example, you can boycott Apple all day for having, you know, or Nike or Adidas for having, you know, slaves in third world countries making their clothes. But that will never make them stop doing that because it's financially beneficial for them to do so. However, if you boycott them because they don't have somebody who is, you know, like, I don't know, you know, they're not making enough initiatives or something like that for helping schools, well then that boycott might work. Because they stand to gain or they stand to lose much less money out of it. So like everything is a everything is like a controlled opinion or a controlled decision. Not the concept of online games. Online players don't have to face the public, therefore there's no incentive to comply or deny self-interest. Well, I think there's a lot of other reasons for it too, but yeah, I think that's a factor. For Apple, as part of why the next iPhones with USB Type-C, thanks to EU, boycotting didn't matter until they stepped in and said, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly, and so like that's the thing, is that, yeah, boycotting doesn't work, but if the government just says, hey, you have to have this, then that's all there is to it. But yeah, people aren't going to, like, a boycott isn't going to work whenever it's in the company's best financial interest for it to not work. I don't really feel like doing these. Oh, fuck. Is that Questa? Oh, I see. Legion invasions, oh my god. Those are never gonna drop for me, it's so annoying. That makes zero sense, I'm sorry. Okay, so like maybe I can make more sense for you if you're actually not understanding. So like what I'm saying is that if a company stands to lose $10 billion if they don't comply with the boycott, there's going to be a higher chance that they won't comply with it because there's a higher loss for complying. So basically, the lower amount of loss that they would incur from complying with a boycott, the more likely they are to do it, because it's easier for them to do financially. Does Cruise thing get anywhere? We'll see what happens. I've been on break, so I'll figure it out. Basically, companies want money. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I can't make I cannot say that every single boycott, like, because I just don't know. Like, there are so many other, like, oh, does anybody have Tahanta? I'm gonna do Tahanta right now. If you do, just invite Wild Animal on Kel'Thuzad or make a group and I'll join it. Constructive feedback is more effective than a boycott. Had to rename from Crack Monkey. Yeah, he's not Crack Monkey anymore. Yeah, if the boycott yeah, I think that's a good way to say it. Yeah, if the boycott costs more than fixing the issue, then they'll fix the issue. But if fixing the issue will cost more than the boycott, then they won't do it. It's that simple. That's a good way to say it. Depends on consumers. With video games, boycotts don't work because majority of people don't pay attention to gaming news. I mean, I think you could say that with anything, right? I mean, like, people don't pay attention to a lot of news. They tried boycotting Walmart. It's bigger in the video games. Yeah. It's been 30 minutes. You're doing a video? Yeah, after I complete these guys, these kills, I'm gonna do the video. I just need to kill Tahanta on 3 characters. Same with anything. Ford decided it's cheaper to pay for lawsuits for deaths for the Pinto than fixing the cars. Yeah, I mean, that's just, it is what it is, right? And I think also, like, the problem is that whenever we're talking, because, like, we're clearly talking about this, like, in the context of Diablo, is that I think a lot of people don't realize the fact that they're such a minority. And a lot of people think that, you know, well, you know, like, my viewpoint is the majority viewpoint, but what they don't really see is the fact that a lot of other people either don't care or don't mind. It's not a problem for them. Yeah, it's not up, unfortunately. Thanks, man. Damn, this guy's got a pretty badass set. It's a full set, too. Damn, that actually looks pretty cool. Okay. Reason we're minorities, Diablo's target audience isn't just gamers, it's consumers, and oh boy, are consumers a large market? Yeah, they sure are. Yeah, just make a group if you have talent up on your server. Do you think the power of the Google Store brought Immortal more power to undo the boycott? The power of the Google Store? I don't know. Do you think you might have enough influence over the WoW fan base who would lead to other players canceling their subs? So, like, could you get the developers to do something in the game? So, like, if we led a boycott for WoW for them to, let's say, Well, this is a complex answer, right? And so, let's say we're leading a boycott for them to make it to where all the raids in the... or to make it to where, like, all mounts are 1% drop mounts. Like, this is just, like, something like players are just tired of farming 1 in 500 mounts. It's ridiculous. Make it to where every mount is 1 in, you know, is 1 in 100. And everybody unsubbed because of that. Would that cause Blizzard to change it? Yes, it would. Blizzard would change it. Like, we could effectively lead a boycott to make that happen. Because there is no financial incentive for Blizzard to keep it as low as it is. There's not a pronounced financial incentive. You understand? Like, they lose nothing by changing that, so they would be more than willing to change it, because it's like, okay, well, people don't like this. However, if we led a boycott and we were like, get rid of store mounts, it wouldn't do anything, because there is a pronounced financial incentive for them to continue making store mounts. So they specifically make money off of store mounts. Those authority by letting someone else decide something for them? They do that all the time. Like, Blizzard can't lose authority over their own game. It's their own game. They're God. Thunderhorn? Okay, you got war mode on. I can't get phased over. If everyone quit because of storm mounts, they'd remove that shit, but people want storm mounts. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, yes, you're right. If everybody quit because of storm mounts, if, like, for example, like, and this is, again, like a hypothetical universe, if every single person quit, or let's say, like, 50% or 70% of the player base literally quit the game, thank you, man, quit the game because of storm mounts, and they said, fuck this, we don't want to deal with this, we're leaving the game, we're not coming back until this is gone, Blizzard would remove storm mounts that day. The moment they saw that many unsubs, they would be gone in a second. No mount. What's this? Adjusting your summon succubus spell. What the fuck is this? Okay. I don't even know. Who cares? Let's go back and do the other ones. Make him into a dude? Oh, I don't want that. You know, we get taunted with the Necroward dog construct? Yeah, I know, I've got it right there next to me, man. You can see it on the screen. Too bad all the Stormont boycott players quit already. I think that a lot of those people, like, and you're right, people have, in general, just been conditioned into accepting that kind of stuff. Nice, it's already up. Make sure the guy is up and then I'll pull him. So, like, for example, like in Wrath of the Lich King, if everybody had unsubbed as soon as they added that first storm out, they wouldn't have done it. But, like, now, because, like, they've already created a expectation that that's the case, and it's like it's just part of the culture now with the game, it's much harder to get rid of, and it's not going to go away. It's kind of like gambling sponsorships on Twitch. Like, if, for example, nobody ever took any sponsorships at all, and the audience was like, listen, if you take a sponsorship, we are going to immediately never watch you again if you take any kind of sponsorship whatsoever. And people took a gambling sponsorship, nobody would do it because they'd immediately lose their audience. But that's not what happened. And you guys remember, if you've been watching Twitch for a long time, you remember how much people fucking hated sponsored streams back in the day. people would maul out over streamers getting sponsors or anything. They would be furious about it. But just slowly, it just changed because those people were just, we still do. Well, yeah, but not really, because like you just get banned and that's it. And it's like there's not really a we. There's like you and 7 other people, and then you're banned, and then everybody else just keeps watching the show. Yeah, I need one more kill for Tahonta. No, it's not being banned so easily. Yeah, exactly. Because like the thing is, like, if you treat somebody like that, and you don't let them, you know, you don't want this person to be able to make a living, like, well, then they're just going to treat you as disposable because you are. That's just what it is. So yeah, there's not really a we, exactly. And there's also an understanding of why streamers do it. That's their livelihood. Everybody knew. Like, there was never a time where somebody took a sponsor and then the viewers were like, wow, I wonder why he did this. Everybody always knew it was for money. Banned them and think of them as jealous, poor viewers. Yeah, they're done. And that's it. And so, yeah, it was always for money. If they're advertising fake stuff, then fuck them. Well, the thing is, like, the reason why you have gambling sponsorships is because other types of sponsorships are acceptable. If no types of sponsorships were acceptable by the community at large, then you wouldn't have gambling sponsorships at all. But you do. Weekly rare resources. I usually wait, so like the way that I do it is I wait for this one to be the last one. That way, if there's 2 up, I can potentially, you know, double up on my time invested. That's a weak argument. Gambling sponsorships could be banned by Twitch. What part of the argument do you think is weak? I'm confused. Strawman and gaslighting me? Oh, that's a logical fallacy. Allowing one type of sponsorships doesn't mean that all will always be allowed. Do you understand the idea of like there's like the salesman's technique of getting your foot in the door? Or like effectively, like, so a slippery slope is only considered a fallacy whenever you can't correlate one thing to another thing. So like, for example, a slippery slope fallacy would be, well, if you let people, you know, smoke weed, next thing you know, they're going to be having sex with dogs. Because these two things are just simply not related to each other. They don't correlate to each other. But I think that it's very easy and it's very logical to say that if you allow people to accept certain types of sponsorships, that an audience will be more receptive of sponsorships as a whole. I think that's a very fair assumption. Just go boiling the frog. Yeah, well, it's boiling the frog. It is, I mean, you can use a million different analogies for it. But I think Twitch could use their power to set rules to be followed. But I don't think Amazon will do that. Yeah, but that's not what you said. Like, I agree with you, but what I'm saying is that my argument is not weak. Like, this is a completely sound argument. Like, what you're saying is something that's separate from what I'm saying entirely. You're saying Twitch should ban gambling sponsorships. I agree with you. I think they should do that too. I think Twitch should ban gambling, period. But until they do that, this is the world that we live in. And it wouldn't be if the audience was more was more outspoken about not liking certain things. Slippery slope argument is an argument. No. Oh man. Alright. We've got a few more minutes because the mount hasn't spawned yet, so I will indulge this one as well. So you used an example of a slippery slope argument. Slippery slope arguments are not fundamentally flawed. Slippery slope's arguments are only fundamentally flawed and a logical fallacy whenever the two things can't be chained together or can't be related to each other. So you linked me the definition of a slippery slope argument, but I was talking about a slippery slope fallacy. There's simpler topics like abortions or NFTs. Yeah, exactly. I hope I get this mount, man. This one's a real dick sucker to farm. Twitch won't ban shit unless advertisers tell them to. Totally agreed. I completely agree with you. 100%. You can watch gambling streams, your brain dead? I watch gambling streams. I think they're funny. I think it's funny watching people lose their money. You think the websites like Stake could be paying Twitch to allow the gambling streams? Yeah, of course. I mean, why not? Of course that's possible. I don't really think it is, but it is possible. Same, love watching you play Lost Ark. Yeah, there you go. Engaging in gambling after watching a sponsored stream's brain dead? It's narcissism. People think they're special and they'll win. That's why. Narcissism is on the rise nowadays with social media. And of course, with that, you have a lot of people that think that they're the special one who's going to get lucky. Scared to speak out against sponsored streams because streamer usually bans that behavior. It's hard. Well, exactly. Well, the thing is, like, why would you... So, like, if you're a streamer, why would you not ban somebody for complaining about a sponsored stream? It doesn't make sense. Why complain in the first place? Yeah, exactly. Let's let them complain. More attention you give, more attention it gains. That's not true at all. I think that's something that people who think that, like, there are a lot of examples. There are, I don't know, you could use like Jeffrey Epstein, the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. Somehow they had all of these victims. She's going to jail for trafficking, but who was she trafficking to? We're never gonna know. Why? It's because they just kept it quiet. That's why. This whole idea, like, why do you think that these massive, you know, these massive places like China and North Korea and Russia have all this censorship stuff? It's because it works. Now, there are times where it doesn't work and nothing works forever, but censorship works really fucking well. Most, like, you go to high school, you don't learn about the bombing of Dresden. You don't learn about war crimes the US committed. You just hear about how bad Hitler was. Isn't it surprising? What are the odds, guys, that the good guys won every single conflict? Wow. Isn't that crazy? Good guys. Yeah, thankfully we're the good guys. Yeah, we just... Luckily, we've won every single time, guys. I think that, yeah, it's just not true. Just how well you can censor something. Oh, it's really easy. Like, for example, like, look at somebody like Giant Waffle. Giant Waffle had all those rape accusations. He just said it wasn't me, pulled the Shaggy defense, and he's streaming. He's still got an audience, same as he always did. Same with fucking Josh OG. Josh OG, you know, did that whole scam website thing, and, you know, anybody that brings it up, just ban them, and that's it. It works great. Syndicate as well, yeah. The Shaggy defense? It's a legitimate thing, by the way. Like, denying everything completely is actually referred to as a Shaggy defense. But yeah, like, you guys can see how, yeah, I think that, people thinking that, like, oh, it's like the Streisand effect, it's just gonna, you know, you can't stop us talking about something. I just think that's a power fantasy that's, it's perpetrated by people who want to feel like they have control over a situation. But the truth is that they really don't. Fantasy of the impotent? Yeah, there you go. That's why so often whenever people say things like that, they say we. Because they assume that everybody thinks like they do. Because it fits into their fantasy of everybody just, you know, deciding and going along with what they believe. Whether or not you control the platform it's happening on. Yeah, but like you usually can. And the more powerful something is, the more easy it is for it to control what's going on. God damn, when's this shit gonna spawn? I gotta get this video done. Holy fuck. People go on Twit longer because you can't delete somebody else's Twit longer? No, you can't. But the thing is, like, look at Sinatra. I think Sinatra is a great example. Like, Sinatra, I mean, like, the guy... I mean, I don't know what happened with him. Like... I know that it got, like, a lot more messy because, like, initially whenever the controversy happened, I was like, Sinatra's 100% wrong. You know, I think he did it. And then I heard, like, a bunch of other stuff happened that I, like, wasn't really keeping up with. So, like, that's not an opinion that I still hold. I think it should be investigated by the police. But, as with any other, like, rape or sexual assault allegation, like, categorically. But... I'm going to say, like, after, you know, more information came to light, it seems like maybe it's not as certain as I thought it was. You know what I mean? And so, Sinatra, no, not Frank. It's a guy that plays video games. Police are useless for that kind of thing. Police do arrest people for rape and bad stuff like that. They do. And I think that also, like, I don't know. I think it's, like, partially the police's fault. It's, like, partially legislation's fault. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. But anyway, please refresh Dungeon Finder. Oh, really? Thanks, man. Okay, I got it. So, like, anyway, the guy got accused of, like, all this really, really bad stuff, and then... you know, he comes back and he's streaming again, and all of his viewers are like, they're happy that he's back. They're like, you know, they're like, wow, we missed you, like, we're so glad you're back. And you know, I bet he doesn't talk about that shit at all on Twitter on his stream. And people that bring it up get banned, probably. Like, am I right about this? Yeah, and like his viewership doubled. Like, that's what was ridiculous about it, is like, I remember, like, yeah, his viewership fucking doubled. He has way more people, or he had way more people watching him. I don't know about now, but whenever I saw it, it happened. You don't get banned for talking about it. I don't know the nuance to that. I'd ban people too, even if I was innocent. Yeah, I would too. I wouldn't want to talk about it at all. A lot of people were against the girl who made the accusations. They ended up supporting Sinatra. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, like, again, like, it's hard to know what's real and what's not. You got canceled, quote? Yeah. So it's like, the best way to handle a situation like that, in my opinion, is just, you just ignore it and you ban people. Then after a while it goes away. The worst thing a content creator can do is to try to disprove people, because whenever you do that, you breathe life into whatever the controversy is. So like an example is like, look at I'll compare two different people, right? Video, yeah, we're gonna do video. I just want to finish this and then we're gonna do it. Look at whenever Valkyrie tried to do the fucking reflect, and she tried to like disprove it and like take people seriously and like listen to what they were saying and, you know, all that. And then look at Addison Rae. Addison Rae did pretty much the exact same thing, and as far as I know, she pretty much just ignored everybody who criticized her and then blocked them, and that was about it. And as far as I know, there was infinitely less controversy and nobody had anything to say about it, because yeah, she just shut down anybody who was saying that, and you know, people talk about it for a while and then it's over. But like, whenever you sit around and you try to like disprove people, it's kind of like people will just eventually passively move on, because everybody has a people have short attention spans, and so like something that's like popular now isn't going to be popular in like maybe 6 months or something like that, because the people are tired of talking about it or hearing about it. People usually move on even from super bad shit. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's just what happens. Something else will come and shift their focus. Yeah, exactly. And so like you see this happen with a lot of people, and like that's always my advice for like content creators, is like, if you're in a controversy and like you know that you're wrong, for example, and like let's say you're trying to sell people, like gambling streams is a good example. If you're doing gambling streams, sponsored gambling streams, the worst thing for you to do is try to justify it. The best thing for you to do is to say, hey, I like gambling. They give me a lot of money. Who's ready to spend some slots? And the less attention and like emotion that you put into it, the better. Because there's nothing that people can do to like, yes, because you can't justify. Well, you can say like, oh, well, you know, other people work in like, you can easily say like, well, people work in companies that are, you know, like these companies destroy the environment, or they have like multiple like human rights violations, or you live in a country that, you know, commits war crimes, and there's like a lot of things, like nobody's innocent in a way, right? Or at least very few people are. So you can always be like, oh, but what about? But I think most people don't really care about but what about, because they just want to complain about you. And so like, by doing that, you are engaging in logic, and you're not going to logic somebody out of a position that they didn't logic themselves into. So that's what happens. The honesty disarms the otherwise expectations. Yes. It's the same as like Aiden Ross. Like, didn't he say like one of the things that he promoted was a scam? He's like, yeah, I mean, you guys didn't really buy that. Like, yeah, everybody knew it was a scam, and like his audience was like, yeah, we knew. Good thing you got the bag though, man. And that's it. And like, that's the In my opinion, I remember like one time I ninja looted a mount. Like I learned this firsthand. This is like back in 2011, and I ninja looted this mount right here. It was in a it's a Firelands run. It was a pug run, and I remember Jeff was the raid leader, and Jeff master looted the mount to me whenever it dropped, and we didn't roll on it. We just immediately looted it to me, and I was just like, okay guys, let's go to the next boss. Let's go to Rylith. I remember it was Rylith after that, and there was a guy, and we were all in Discord. And everyone was like, well, what about the mount? And I was like, oh, I'm taking the mount. The mount's mine. And then, like, there was this guy in Discord, and he kept complaining about it, right? He's like, I can't believe you just stole that mount. You said it was going to be free roll, and I can't believe you would do that. Didn't you guys see him steal that mount? You can't. Why are we going with him? We need to leave. And I'm like, shut up, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. And he's like, you guys are just going to let him do that? And I'm like, yeah, guys, listen, I stole the mount. I wanted the mount. I collect mounts. It is what it is. Yo, like, let's at least finish the run, right? And everybody's like, okay, yeah, sure, let's finish the run. It's whatever. And then the guy complained again. I'm like, bro, you keep complaining about this mount shit. Like, this is getting annoying. Like, we're just going to kick you out the raid. And the guy's like, you can't do that. I have my rights. You can't kick me out. Kicked him out of the raid. Everybody else started laughing at him. Meanwhile, I was riding on the mount. Yeah. Those are the good days, man. My server would have completely excommunicated you for real? No, they wouldn't have. Because I made raids that were successful. And the truth is that most people would join and they're like, well, I'm not gonna, and they'd know I was gonna steal the mount maybe, but like they're not there for the mount. Yeah, this whole idea that like you can actually get excommunicated from a server. Bro, I would ninja loot VOA on every character a week. While people were spamming in trade chat that I ninja looted my 6th VOA, I would be spamming for my 7th. I'd be like, you know, in between, you know, like looking for more Vaults of Archivon. And that's it. Don't spoil a cicada story. I've told this one before. You could do it on stream now without backlash. What, ninja looting something? Yeah, look at Joker. Joker stole the Staff of Dominance. That shit was fucking hilarious. That was the best thing he ever did. And absolutely, like, so whenever Wrath comes out, I'm gonna go and, me and McConnell, first week we'll probably do the raid together. Second week I'll probably have an alt and we'll do 2 raids. And we're gonna reserve every single piece of gear. Literally anything that we want, we get it. It doesn't matter how much of an upgrade it is for you. If we want it for our 3rd spec that we're never gonna play, we get it, you don't get it. And I can guarantee you we'll fill a raid and we'll be able to do next. And we're going to take all the loot. Why is that good content? Because it's different. It's funny. The only people it's not funny to are people that take video games too seriously. And why make content for people like that anyway? You're being genuine. Yes, people respect strength and genuine behavior more than they respect moral and good behavior. So if you are genuine about being evil, you're better than somebody who is disingenuous about being good. That's just that's how you win people's approval. I mean, look at Trump. I think that's a great example. Absolute fucking scoundrel. Absolute scoundrel. And people liked him because he made no efforts to hide it. All top streamers are assholes. That's another good example. Yep, you're right. Just call people out for being serious on a video game. Well, I'm serious about video games, but I'm not serious about how other people play them. People can play, do whatever they want, right? Like, it's not like I'm gonna go into somebody else's stream and tell them you can't play a game a certain way. That's the difference. I mean, there's like levels of it. Sorry, what? Trump constantly denies doing shit? Oh yeah, he denies it, but everybody knows. Everybody knows. He has to deny it for PR reasons. Yeah, probably. I think that if he was probably, if like that stuff came out, anything bad about him came out before he was president or before he was in politics, he would have said like, yeah, of course I did that. It is what it is. You know? Okay. Stormy Daniels? Yeah. Nobody gives a shit about that. And when it turns out to one of our raids and forwards that's what deserves me to. No, it's like you think about it like this, right? So like, if you are a, I'm getting ready to do the video in a minute. If you are a mage and you join my run and McConnell's run, I mean, you're not going to lose anything. See what I'm saying? Because like, that's what do you call it? Window. Yeah, it's like it's a different armor spec, so like why would you even care? Okay. And I'm gonna watch this. 30 million players. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll watch this one. I know this has been a situation. Okay. It's JT, okay. Not JP.
What's going on, guys?
Alright. Okay. Let's get this started. Knock this out. No paying for free, yeah. It is so cringe. It's whatever to me. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm chilling, man. I'm not mad. Okay, yeah, I gotta watch this video. It just came out. I gotta see it since it's like new. I was like thinking like I won't watch it until like I